Blend raw vegan protein. For more information, go to sunwarrior.com and start living clean today.
Hi, everyone. It's Bernadette. Everyone knows that I'm a strong believer in the numerous health benefits of cannabinoids and CBD oils. As with any supplement, I always do my research and my homework to find the highest quality product on the market. That's why I'm so happy to announce our partnership with the H Hemp Company, founded by a group of the most experienced and respected names in the CBD community. H Hemp offers a line of innovative products that are all natural and tested for quality. Choose from flavorful oils, restorative body balm, and minty breath spray, all at affordable prices. And for every H Hemp product sold, the company makes a donation towards the fight against opioid and anti-anxiety drug addiction, an epidemic affecting millions of families across the nation today. H Hemp products produce a sense of calm, fight post-workout inflammation, and the company gives back to our community. What more could we ask for? Search online for H Hemp Company and use the code OLR for 20% off your first order. That's OLR for 20% off your first order.
Hi, I'm Bob Barker. This is my friend Benny. Before you buy cosmetics, personal care, or household products, you be sure they have not been tested on animals. Everything from floor cleaner to shampoo is poured into animals' eyes and down their throats. They suffer intensely. Some even go blind. The price is never right for products tested on animals. Visit PETA.org for a list of cruelty-free companies.
What if you could prepare, predict, and prevent when you struggle as an athlete? What if I gave you a clear roadmap as to what your issues could be, whether that's anxiety, lack of confidence, motivation, focus, relationship issues, depression, and even addiction? Well, that's what I do. It's a simple yet unique process to help you understand and improve what we call the intangibles, or the mental side of sports. And once we know, then we go to work improving your mental and life skills so you achieve consistent, high performance. Hey, let's face it, you invest a lot of time and money on the physical side of sports. The mental side is just, if not more important. I'm Kip Watson, sports psychology professional. Visit my website at braincodecorp.com. That's braincodecorp.com.
Welcome back to One Life Radio. This is Bernadette with Diamond Gray. I've got Kip Watson and Vaughn Eaglin in studio with me. They are both licensed professional counselors, and we were talking about underlying problems in relationships, communication. Let's finish that up, okay. And then we're going to go into Kip's topic, which is why why the self-help movement is creating more unhappiness. So, let's finish up with this beneath the surface, underlying problems in relationships, communication. What do you see in your practice, Vaughn, being the number one problem with couples that are in a relationship that have trouble communicating? Why do they?
So one of the big things is that when couples come into my office and they have what's called mismatched meta emotions. I'm going to say that again, mismatched meta emotions. So your feelings about feelings, that's what we classify as meta emotions. So when one person experiences feelings and they experience them deeply, it's okay to talk about feelings. It's okay to talk about anger rather. We can discuss all these things, and these aren't dangerous emotions. However, when the other person is what I call emotionally dismissive, then the person who tends to be more open and available with emotions, who has cultivated their emotional life, then will oftentimes feel dismissed. They will feel unheard. They will feel like the other person doesn't understand me.
Mm-hmm. And they probably don't. Mm-hmm. Well, and it comes down to emotional intelligence.
Right. So not being emotionally dismissive is a part of emotional intelligence. So let me give you a couple of characteristics of someone who's emotionally dismissive. So one, they do not notice lower intensity emotions in themselves and in their partner. So what happens is that the partner feels some kind of way. Let's say they get upset about something. Let's say my wife gets upset. She's like, Vaughn, this kind of upsets me. I never notice. And then she, kind of escalates. Vaughn, this really upsets me. I never noticed. Then all of a sudden when she escalates and cusses me out, then I'm like, oh, something's going on. Mm-hmm. And so someone who's emotionally dismissive will oftentimes not notice when their partner is starting to get upset upset, or when their partner is, in need of something, or they're feeling a certain way. And so that's one key characteristic of someone who's emotionally dismissive. Another one is that they look at negative emotions as toxic. Like, we don't want you to experience negative emotions, and so they prefer someone
which is so dangerous.
Right.
When you have it, when you're trying to, squish down another. I say squish down,
Exactly.
but just like they don't want to hear it.
Right.
They just don't want to hear it.
Exactly.
You never feel validated, right?
Exactly. So for me, if I'm the partner who's emotionally dismissive, then I want you to be cheerful all the time.
The time.
I see parents like this. Sometimes they want cheerful children. The kid skins their knee and they're like, oh, let me get you some ice cream. Let's stop crying. But here's the thing is that all feelings are acceptable. Now, not all behaviors are acceptable, but all feelings are acceptable. It's okay for your child to be sad. It's okay for your child to be depressed sometimes. We don't need to save them from that all the time. So, but if you have a partner relationship, a lot of times then they won't allow their partner to experience that emotion, and they will invalidate the experience of their partner. So their partner, again, doesn't feel like they have empathy from the person who's emotionally dismissive, and that's a really dangerous thing. And so a lot of times they will not only dismiss it, but they'll try to even distract the other person from having that kind of negative emotion. If it's a parent, they may even punish their child for getting angry. Like, you're not supposed to do that in this home.
I'm thinking about a lot of things. Kip and Von, so what do you think about when someone tries to make their happiness reliant on you? I'm not happy, and here's why. They always blame it on the other person.
Well, there are a lot of characteristics that I would say. Sometimes narcissism can lead to that, but it's what I call externalizing your self-worth. And there's a difference, and let's just talk about it from a parenting perspective. There's a difference between what I call praise versus encouragement. Whenever you praise your child, let's say your child does something really nice, and you say, oh, let's say they drew you a picture of a zebra, and you say, oh, I really like that picture. Then the child unconsciously starts to base their value on what the parent thinks. Now, if the parent says, you know what, zebras aren't purple and gold, and in fact, you colored outside the lines, well, the kid says, oh, I'm not a good person, then I need to be doing something better in order to please you. So, therefore, you're setting your child up to have what's called an external locus of control, meaning that the thing outside of myself now defines who I am. Versus, that's praise, okay?
Okay.
And so we would much rather prefer encouragement. So whenever I'm talking to parents, and I speak to them about learning how to encourage their child, then they will use language like, you know what, you worked really hard on this. You wanted me to see this. So you're going to focus on the child's effort as opposed to telling them that they did something right or something that they did wrong.
Wow.
And so that's a really powerful key component of good quality parenting, is learning how to encourage a child versus praise them and then make them determine their self-worth based on what the parent is thinking.
And Kip, you are nodding your head in agreement.
Agreement.
Well,
it gets to something, I in working with my athletes and my parents, we talk about it all the time, is you want to emphasize that talent, that intelligence, that there's not a set amount of that. And with effort, you can always improve. You don't have a predetermined amount of talent or a predetermined type of personality or a predetermined type of intelligence. You can always learn and improve and get better, and that requires effort.
Yeah. Well, it's all very interesting, and but I want to get into this. Why the I have trouble speaking today.
Self-help.
Why the self-help movement is creating more unhappiness. I think I'm going to go to break. When we come back, we'll talk about it. I know that was a short segment, but the whole clock is kind of off today, so because we went so long on the first and the open. But great stuff. Everyone, stay tuned. You're listening to One Life Radio.
Hi, I'm Laura Bell Bundy for PETA. Every summer, thousands of dogs die from heat stroke after being left alone in hot cars. The inside of a car can reach 100 degrees in minutes, even in the shade with the window slightly open. Keep your dog cool and safe this summer. Never leave them in unattended hot cars. If you see a dog alone in a car during warm weather, call the humane authorities, the police, or do whatever is necessary to get the dog out. His or her life may depend upon it. Thank you.
For more information, visit PETA.org.
Hey, this is Sean Wells of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. One Life Radio is proud to partner with the ISSN. The ISSN is the world's leading scientific organization dedicated to the science of supplements and sports nutrition. For their latest conferences and events, go to the ISSN.org. That's the ISSN.org.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette. Do you know why I love Paleo Magazine? Paleo Magazine was founded with the purpose of providing readers with the information they need to live strong, vibrant, healthy lives. They are dedicated to partnering with leaders in the paleo community to spread the knowledge of ancestral health principles without the influence of big pharma or big agriculture. Paleo Magazine. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, or visit them at paleomagonline.com. That's paleomagonline.com.
Here's the dill pickle. Squatty Potty works. It's awesome. Find yours at your local Bed Bath & Beyond, Amazon, or squattypotty.com. That's squattypotty.com.
Sun Warrior believes that plants provide the cleanest and most powerful foods, rich in antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and phytonutrients. Our bodies crave real foods, especially in this age where we heavily process everything we eat, stripping out all of the benefits and nutrition well before we have a chance to even use them. Illuminate your body, mind, and the planet with Sun Warrior. To learn more, visit them at sunwarrior.com. That's sunwarrior.com.
Did you know, when depressed, sheep hang their heads and avoid company? But if content, they socialize and wag their tails like puppies. Rams lean against stone walls so that other sheep can stand on their backs to reach high grasses. Sheep recognize each other by facial features, and when shown photographs, they can remember at least 50 other sheep and 10 human beings, even if they haven't seen them for 2 years. At Poplar Springs Sanctuary, you'll meet rescued sheep, like Fanny, who was found tied to a mailbox, and Adam, who escaped ritual sacrifice. Visitors' faces echo Anatole France's words, "Until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened." This is Ingrid Newkirk with PETA, reminding us that it's easy to be kind, perhaps by choosing faux fleece.
Welcome back to One Life Radio. This is Bernadette with Diamond Gray. I've got Kip Watson and Vaughn England in studio with me. I want to let everyone know that you can go to our website, oneliferadio.com, to download and listen to our podcast or the podcast after the broadcast and subscribe to our newsletter, or go to iHeartMedia.com to listen live or download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to us from anywhere in the world. A big shout out to our sponsors, great companies like Sun Warrior, Squatty Potty, the H Hemp Company, Paleo Magazine, the Wellbeing Journal, Squatty Potty, and the International Society of Sports Nutrition. Okay, so let's dig into this, Kip. Why the self-help movement is creating more unhappiness.
Yes.
What's going on with this? What's your opinion on this?
Well, I mean, it is one of the number one things people come into my office for and complain about, is that I'm just not happy.
Well, so let me ask you this. What could possibly be wrong with trying to improve yourself?
Well, it's developed into sort of a self-help craze that borders on being pathological. Like we are so self-absorbed now. We are so into this, and a guy wrote a book called, I'll never get his name right, Sven Brinkman. There you go. Sven Brinkman wrote a book called Stand Firm, Resisting the Self-Improvement Craze. Mm-hmm. And what it's really led to is an obsessionness about trying to continually improve, which there's nothing wrong with trying to do that. But what it's created, it's kind of had where we've swung it too far in one direction, where we're so obsessed with pursuing happiness, right? We'll never reach it. Like, it's not something that's sustainable 24/7, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Not realistic.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it? I mean, when you think about how simple it is to be happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and there's a book, longtime Dallas psychiatrist, very well known, Frank Minirth, wrote a book called Happiness is a Choice.
Yeah.
It's really not. Mm-hmm. It's a side effect or benefit of pursuing something that's probably better or ends up creating happiness, is something beyond yourself. It's actually pursuing a whether it's a vocation or a hobby or doing some meaningful type work that's going to